Oba Ewakbe, I mean name. So that Ewakbe so he reigned that time was so troublesome for him because of his people. His people were not subjected. They disassociated themselves from Oba Ewakbe. And Oba Ewakbe only had the throne to himself, but had no subjects. This person will say, Omonisan Biele. Omonisan Biele say, me I add her, me I see whether she don't send requests. Omonisan Biele, I'm not here now. Me try me ask her, but first of nature, this thing, you get a session where you feel such person name come out, you get the provision, but you don't get, I know they see such provision. You go, where you they put. You see, where you they have people, where they have people, you will go up, you go see people will be say they make requests, then you will go down, you see scroll up, you go see people will be say you want add if you want add them. Yes, now what they do here, but I never they see them now. You know, see, sometimes you go need to scroll, go up, you go see her name go down for the FYP. Go the FYP, you will see her. She as fast as she did. Okay, I don't see her. You will see. Yes. Exactly. I don't add her. So, Omonisan Biele, you are welcome. I think you've been added. Can you hear us? No, she has not joined. She has not accepted. Yes, you need to accept. But I already included her. So Oba Ewakbe had the throne but had no subjects to himself. All his wives, they all left him, remaining only Eden. But let me leave that so that the history will not be too long. So this Ozolwa, when he ascended the throne, his time was similar to that of Ewakbe. Where almost everybody in that their unique kingdom left, disassociated themselves. Then Ogbota, which literally means great talk. Talk as I do what I do as I say, or talk and do. Ogbota literally means, but the context of that great talk, great word, so to say, if we are to put it in correct English language, great word. And when somebody gives great word to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make this to happen, I'm going to make this to happen, he's giving great word. And the contextual input of that word is talk and do. Whatever Ogbota said he will do is what he has always done. If he said he's going to draw rain this moment, the rain will fall this moment. That was who Ogbota was. He was a herbal practitioner. And the herbs, the medicine that Ogbota always prepare for people is medicine of restoration and medicine to defend yourself. He has no medicine to spoil. So Ogbota went to Benin, traveled from Esaland to Benin, met with Oba Ozolwa, told Oba Ozolwa that he has come to help him revive or restore his kingdom. And Oba Ozolwa marveled and said, how will you be able to do that? And he said, okay, I am going to seed a chamber to you. There in Benin, there in England. So a particular quarter was seeded to Ogbota.
Where is the reason?
And the reason for that was that Ogbota should stay there and prove himself. Give an example of what he said he would be able to do. So Ogbota prepared the medicine and placed it in that his chamber. In accordance to the history that the Benin people recorded, which I have been teaching us since 3 years ago, that Ogbota chamber became a site of attraction. People begin to troop in again. As people they enter, and so people they come out. People they enter, people they come out. It can't be like river where water not fit dry. This now Benin where we say people don't move away. The place on this scanty. Then rumor got to Ozolwa. Say, Ozolwa, that talk where Ogbota tell you now true too. if you go see that in chamber where you give her now, that in quarter where they stay, is filled up with people. People don't run dry from that place no longer. Obadan say, it's true, send Okpota, bring him to the palace. They brought Okpota to the palace. And Oba told him, you have to also implement the medicine in my palace so that my palace will fill up again. You know that the Benin people, they give names such as Eguavon. That is where the name Eguavon emancipated from. Eguavon means palace is filled up with people. And in the input of the Benin proverbs, it is said Eguavon or Barogoji. When the palace is filled up with people, it gives the Oba great joy. So, when Okpota prepared that medicine and buried it in the palace of Oba of Benin, within a short period of time, people began to trip into the palace of Oba of Benin again. The palace was filled up. On the Guadavu, the Oba was happy. But his joy was not to applaud Okpota. His joy was not to elevate Okpota. His joy was just for the restoration of his palace and of his kingdom. He had no good plan for Okpota. Then the cruel Oba Ozolwana said, the medicine that he is using, that is prepared for him, any other person cannot be in the possession of that medicine. And he knows that Okpota prepared that medicine to prove himself, to give an example. And that medicine is already placed in the chamber, the quarter of Okpota, that is called Urokpota Hall today. Oba Ozolwa now commanded his executioner to go and buy Okpota. That was how Okpota was buried. You can imagine someone who came to help you revive your kingdom. After he has revived your kingdom, you buried him.
Which history for it now? Tell us the history.
You buried him. So this is the history here.
Yeah.
Urokpota onye nuwa bere ifoto ire arukotana Urokpota waya seva he waya boy jiva he dege na ya boy dege oba noki dono wa Urokpota eni ya ma gwa kale umetana
Okpota waya sunu he waya seva he Tekenonare no anoga Okpota. In other words, Okpota, how did it come about? How did it happen? How did Okpota get to this place where he is now? Where his chamber is today? Where did it come from?
Ena ga kao to ya bege oka la e video obi ma be nia la ho gwa le kede follow you ba na mo bojo kere we e ma be subscribe wa here we say Okpota do no ba akin wo kire Okpota oburura kwa kere obuni gume Okpota ra akin
Okpota Wakire Okpota obuluru akwa kere obonugume Okpota rahi. Okpota was a great and strong native doctor. A great and strong native doctor who came from Esan land to Benin. Did you hear that? You have to mark that down to know that when you come from Esan land to Benin, if Okpota, his children, for example, if he lived on during those days or during that era, if he lived on, and his children decided to embark on a reverse migration to go to Esan land, do you know that those his children, as some Esan people are narrating today that they came from Benin, they will be narrating that they came from Benin without giving the full details of where their primary migration started from.
Wow, that's a beautiful analysis. Yes, great. That's a great analysis.
Can you imagine? Through music.
It is true. Where ne oba ya rioba nyado oba ozolo ya rioba nyado. If san nisi kerima, the essence that are close to us. It is true that during those days when Oba Ozolwa became Oba, ascended the throne, became Oba, it is true that the essence, some of their native daughter, they always come to give assisting hands to help in times of trouble. That was how Okpota also decided to come and help Oba Ozolwa. Help who came and helped. Just as we have some people who are speaking like Yesan today, there in.
Potana, eveni gelise, ona gualodega dieto. Leveni Ozolwa, ni baromi, nori obanya dobe upe 1483, yase upe 1504. Opota vise egwa, ona dokame Oba Ozolwa we, yeme eran, nagaya miewe egwa, igave uve.
When Okpota got to the Oba Palace, Oba Ozolwa Palace, he told Oba Ozolwa that he has medicine that he will be able to prepare and that will make the Oba Palace, people will begin to fill up again, will begin to trip into the palace again, and the palace will not run dry of people no longer. This medicine that Okpota prepared is called Ebukmiri. It's called Ikmiri. When Okpota told Ozolwa that he can prepare medicine, which is called Ikmiri, that will attract people, his people again to the palace. Ozolwa then told Okpota, say, first you go and prepare the medicine, put it to a test in your chamber. Then if it works, like you have said, then you will come to the palace to come and also prepare the medicine for me in the palace. But first, go and prove yourself. Then Ozolwa ceded a particular territory to him there in Benin, the place that is now called Urokpota today.
Ivani Urokpota Giligaji Ukpota na do kobo yukuna oriwene ona to yekene abiwuwu ijore nogaji o mare peva ebona ona isogase.
Okpota really prepared the medicine and then placed it in his chamber there. It was not long enough. The medicine started manifesting. It started materializing. Ona said,
Okpota ra ekene obiwowo yi ra ekene abiwowo yore o mari dirie no kian
when the medicine started materializing, the chamber of Okpota did not run dry again with people. Those that are coming in, if they are coming in, and those that are going out will be going out. That was how the chamber was filled with people, the chamber of Okpota, the place that is now called Uro Okpota Hall today. Fernando, mute yourself. Okay. Fernando, please mute yourself. When the rumor got to Oba Ozolwa that Okpota's chamber is now filled up with people, when Okpota got to the palace, the Oba now demanded to say, okay, please, you produce this mercy for me. Let's place it in the palace so that my palace will be restored again, so that people will return back to my palace. The medicine is called Oba Ozolwa said to himself, the medicine that I possess should not be possessed by someone else. Behind this, Okpota has prepared this medicine and has placed it in his chamber called Uro Okpota.